now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are, together again on the radio. I have an email from a listener who has heard some previous comments I've made on the air, and he's questioning me about them, and I'm happy to respond. Here's the email from Ben. Ben writes, "Hi, Tom. Whenever you ask your callers where they're going to college and what they're studying, you always seem to make the case that they are working in dead-end hourly positions that require minimal skills and offer no opportunities for networking and moving up. I just heard you talk to a caller who is studying political science and another who has no college education but scans invoices at Toyota. I was just wondering, which courses of study and positions do you approve of for the relatively young people who listen to your show? I am 18 years old and will be starting college in September for computer science. But I've been building up my network of contacts here in the Silicon Valley by working as a software developer for various companies during the summer since I was 18. 15, I'm sorry. Since I was 15. He says, I would say I'm fairly ambitious and hope to one day be as successful as you. If I were to call you and tell you these things, do you think you would ridicule me? Hope to hear your reply, Ben." Well, Ben, we'll talk about you briefly, and then I'll talk about this subject in general. So you have the idea that you would like to be maybe a software developer, and you have been working as one since you were 15 for various Silicon Valley companies. Now you're studying computer science. There's a game plan. You know, there's a consistency. You know what you like. You know what you care about. You know what you get excited about. You've been working at it since you were 15 years old. You're on a good path. The people I have a problem with are the people who just refuse to accept the facts. And the facts are that if you don't go to college, on average, you make less money than people who do. I am an exception to the rule. Do not use me as an example. And I might add that I didn't finish college because I was broke and my family wouldn't help me. And when I went to college, there were not the options that people have today. There were not as many grants. There were not as many scholarships. And certainly it wasn't as easy to borrow as much money as a student loan. I just really had, honestly, very few options. And I stumbled and bumbled around in my professional life until I was 25 years old. That's why I go after these guys who are 21 or 22 or 23 and they don't know what they want to be when they grow up. I knew what I wanted to be. But without college, I lacked focus. And I had to work a lot harder to get people to take me seriously. I have, of course, been wildly successful beyond my wildest dreams. But that's not without being near bankruptcy 3 times. That's not without being divorced 4 times. That's not without having a substantial portion of my family that doesn't talk to me. Because I've had to be so focused on my career, I had no time for anybody else or anything else. I wish I could have afforded to finish college. I did start. I did go for 2 years total in 2 different colleges. And I finally couldn't do it anymore. But you're not going to get me to say that you're doing a smart thing by not going. People who don't go to college will be changing my oil. When I call AAA, you're going to be the guy with the jumper cables. I'm just being honest with you. Who honestly would choose a job like that? Let's be frank. I know a lot of you would like to do this job. A lot of you probably think you're better at it than I am. And everybody I meet, even rich people, even people with... I've met famous movie actors. I've met rock stars. Do you know how many of them have told me they want to do this for a living? They want to be broadcasters. This is what they want to do. How many people want to be a parking attendant? How many people want to be the greeter at Pep Boys? Can I help you? Who wants to be the guy at Easy Lube who tries to upsell you from the 1995 oil change? Who wants that job? You know, I think you need brake fluid. Who wants to be that guy? Who wants to go to work wearing a polo shirt every day that says, sandwich artist? I mean, these are people who decided that smoking weed was more interesting than high school. These are people who said, condoms, you don't need, who needs no stinking condoms? These are the people who said, I'm doing just fine. I'm making $10 an hour. Who needs college? They're the carjackers. They're the deadbeats. They're the drug addicts and the alcoholics. They're the welfare recipients. They are the people who stand along Las Vegas Boulevard with those little sheets for the strip clubs going, hey, check it out, man. Check it out. Check it out, man. Here, check this out. Check it out, man. If you go to college, all of that changes. And then when you go to college, you've got to major in something that's going to help you with a career. Not English literature, not poetry, not political science, not psychology, unless you're planning on your first name being doctor. And most people who study psychology, that's not the game plan. You know, psychology is what girls study when they go to college because they can't think of what to major in. Like they didn't think of English lit, so they thought of psychology. Seriously. I mean, your ultimate goal is to go to college, major in a field that will have value of some kind, like business administration, computer science, law, medicine, something that has value. And then to have a career based on what you study in college. People who take 2 or 3 years off to find themselves or to think about what they want to study or to figure out what community college they want to go to, not going to be successful. Not going to be. Sorry, that's the way it is. And all you 19-year-olds who call in here telling me you got connections, you don't need college, I laugh at you. Because when I need my shoes shined, you're the guy I'm going to go to. You're the go-to guy. I need these boots buffed up to a brilliant shine. Can you handle that? And I'll be back in an hour. That's you. That is you. That guy who drives around with a station wagon full of newspapers, throws them against your door at 5:30 a.m., he's not a Rhodes Scholar. This is somebody who knocked up his girlfriend at 16 and then got married because he was doing the right thing. And now he has to get up at 1 a.m. and start folding papers and shoving them into the back of a station wagon. Baby. I'm sorry to seem like an elitist, but let's face it. I only want the best for you. I want you to make the most money. I want you to be the most successful. And too many of you spend your time in high school and college smoking weed and boning some chick. And suddenly you start thinking that getting married would be just as good as getting a degree. Who needs money? I've got love. It's actually lust. So, what is my advice to people? The letter writer Ben wants to know, what would I ridicule? What would I not? I would not ridicule somebody who has a game plan. You got to have a game plan in life. Where are you going? What do you want to be when you grow up, son? Unfortunately, too many of you cannot answer my question.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, to the side here, there's some spammers out there who they're not getting the message. So what I do now, I don't just delete the spam, I F with them. Let me read you a spam letter I got today. Dear sir or madam, this is Lynn, spelled L-Y-N-N-L-I-N, Lynn, from Longmold Technology in China. Understanding that there might be business opportunities between us, here I would like to take the opportunity to have the brief introduction of our company to you. Thanks for time. Longmold belonged to Long Group and is focused on the overseas business of mold making. Specialized in the plastic injection molding, die casting, and rapid prototyping. We also undertake the secondary processes such as silkscreen printing, hot stamping, welding, assembling, and etc. With well-equipped machines in-house from Germany, Japan. Is that Germany a city in Japan? Germany, Japan. Such as high-speed CNC, wire cut, sinker, EDM, CMM, up to 1,080-ton injection molding machine to guarantee the high precision and quality while save the cost. We have enough injection molding machines to support our high turnover and production. Our customers are from worldwide, mainly from Japan, USA, Europe, and other countries. Is Europe a country? Hope we can establish beneficial business relationship for long terms. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks and best regards, Lynn. So I wrote back. I'm going to read to you now my response. It goes as follows. Dear Lynn, thank you very much for your letter. There is nothing we need more around here than a 1,080-ton injection molding machine. How do we get started? Signed, Tom Leykis. I'll be awaiting a response. You want to spam me? I will eat up every minute of your day. You will think you've got a live one on the hook. So good luck, Lynn. You've written to the wrong guy. I want to be on the enemies list in China.